Hey, what's going on, y'all? Big Sarge, your host of the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast, available wherever you get your podcast from, and YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Texas Tailgate Talk, all one word. All right, so day one of Houston Texans training camp was just about getting that football feeling back. Day two, the Houston Texans took it up just a little bit more. On day one, the offense, you could tell, was putting in some of their run packages. The defense was installing some of their, new things that they want to do heading, into the season, especially in training camp. Then day two, they took it up just a little bit more. We finally got an opportunity to actually see some of the small passing and the route concepts that they're going to do. We got a chance to see CJ air it out a little bit. We got a chance to see Davis Mills air it out a little bit. One of my biggest takeaways on the offensive side of the ball is Jaylin Noel, right? He's one of those guys that gets in and out of his breaks so quickly. Like, he gets in and out of breaks. Davis Mills threw him a pass in the flats, and it looked like he was coming out of his break before the ball even hit his hands. And what I mean by coming out of his break, he'd already made the first break. It looked like he was turning upfield. He's very, very quick. He's very, very shifty. And then another thing that I noticed from him was on special teams. I put out a poll on my social media, Big Star Sports with a Z at the end, on the app formerly known as Twitter. But how many special teams touchdowns do you think that Jaylin Noel will have this year? Because that young man looks like he has a little something. I know I cannot wait to talk to Frank Ross on Friday when we get a chance to speak with the coordinators to talk about having that young man and being able to have that young man who also specializes in that. There was, of course, another shakeup on the offensive line, something that I'm gonna report daily because I report what I see. And on today, you had Blake Fisher back at right tackle with the ones. Ariante Ursery was at the left tackle with the ones. Cam Robinson wasn't out there with the ones. And so, like I said, it's going to be a mixing and a matching, of course. And, D'Amico's already said that. And moving further on into training camp, I think they'll start to establish more of what they want to do. It's still early. Jalen Petrie got an interception off of Stroud today. And in all honesty, it looked like it was just a throwaway play for CJ because the snap was bobbled. He picked the ball up off the ground and tried to make something happen, overthrew his receiver. Jalen Petrie picked it off, caught it, took it back to the house. I've been telling you all this as well. On the defensive side of the ball, I've been telling you all how fast EJ Speed is. But I'm not going to be the only one to talk about his speed. Listen to linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair talk about how fast he is.
Man, I tell you all the time, it's a blessing that he's fast. Because the last name can't be speed, he's slow. And that's the one thing you see when he's on the field, like he's fast. And, his defense is about being fast and physical. And he does both of those things. EJ is somebody who, came into the league the same year. And so you keep up with guys that are in the class. And me and him, we talk a lot over the last couple of years. So I'm excited to have him here. And, like I say, he just brings the same style that we already played. So that's right.
What did I say? I've been saying that. I didn't realize how fast he was until I laid eyes on him myself and see the way that he pursues the ball. Another thing is, at that linebacker position, one thing that I've been taking notice is a lot of competition. And once, they get their full complement of linebackers out there, it's going to be a lot of competition. And the person that I've been taking notice of is Jamal Hill. He's somebody we talked about on the show before, where I said he is a converted safety that started playing linebacker his last year at Oregon and then got drafted by the Houston Texans last season as a linebacker. In year two, you can tell he's just looking better. His awareness is starting to get better. Even in training camp today, he had a scoop and score. So there was a fumble. He scooped it, took it to the house. I didn't get a chance to see his touchdown celebration. That's something that I'm going to have to talk to him about. But he's very high on a lot of those defensive players and defensive position coaches list because they say all he does is come to work. And so day two brought about a lot. But now day three And it'll be the last day before they put on the pads. They put on the pads on Saturday. Once the fans will be in attendance, they will have the pads on. And so day 3, I think that we'll get the last opportunity and a chance to see just what they're trying to do before they head to West Virginia, because there's consecutive open practices and they're not going to do too much in those open practices because they know that there's a lot of people watching. Hey, make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Because you know we do everything for the gram. And subscribe to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast and YouTube page. All one word, Texas Tailgate Talk. That's all I got for you. Headed home. I'll see you at the happy hour. Big Sarge, I'm out.